I'm Jessica Michelle Singleton.
And I'm Steph Tolev.
We're slobs. Oh man, we're so good.
We really are disgusting people.
This should be not allowed.
We're all ready to go. Welcome back to Slobs. We're on a new set here. I got to do a quick shout out to Igloo Coolers. I DM'd them to ask for a vintage cooler, and they sent a fucking wicked ass one. Plus, I got a fanny pack on here.
Oh yeah, we got a barrel of fun. You'll be seeing that.
You'll
at
be
some
seeing
point.
that.
That's one of those like giant like gators.
But you'll be seeing our guest today, the very hilarious Lisa Chanoux. Hello.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
God, we haven't seen you since the wedding.
Oh my god, the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was Steph's +1 for Lisa's wedding. What's it like being a wife?
Oh yeah, you're a wife now.
I love being
different?
a wife. I do think it's different. I'm much more concerned about like making sure that people view him nicely. Like I'm like, oh, it reflects on both of us.
Oh,
I never used to think about that. Now I'm like, oh yeah, don't do that. Don't say that.
Oh really? But Scott's a nice boy.
Of
What the
course,
hell's he
yeah.
doing? He's never done anything wrong.
No, not at all.
I feel like, when the whole Me Too thing came out, Scott's one of the only ones I'd go, not him.
Nah, he doesn't.
You know what I mean?
You're like, I made a list of men who definitely didn't do anything. It was just Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's famous last words for me to be like, he has no skeletons in his closet. But
Next week,
as
you're
far
like,
as
oh
I know-
god.
Yeah.
As far as I know, yeah, he's pretty good.
That was a very fun wedding. A very cool Lake Arrowhead.
Yeah.
I'm
What a
actually
venue.
taking my boyfriend there for Valentine's Day.
Oh man.
I just got us a cabin in the woods. Yeah.
I want to go to Lake Arrowhead again. It was so cute.
It was
up
so
there.
cute. It was so nice. I love the woods. The wood background for a wedding
Oh,
is so
yeah.
nice.
It was really fun. And it was also one of the only places in California that I feel like isn't super hot in the middle
Yeah.
of summer.
Yeah, it,
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
was like perfectly just cool. I guess Lake Arrowhead, you're up there on the mountain, and
Yeah.
damn, how long were you planning that?
We planned it all in about 7 months.
Damn,
That's good.
wow,
Shit.
That's the scariest part. I mean, that's not the scariest part of marriage, obviously, but like, I think about that in terms of, I have friends that like I have the whole thing planned out, and I'm like, it seems so stressful. I don't know, whatever.
Sorry, my dog has fucking lice right now. What the hell's
Yeah,
going on?
she's walking around scratching. Look at that smile. I think she just likes the way the scratch feels. Oh,
She's
yeah.
wearing a collar usually. But the wedding was
Oh.
great. Lot of a good crew. I love a good crew at a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great group.
Yeah, it was a good group. Nice fun, good riffs. Not too much riffs, but enough riffs where
You
you're
gotta
like.
have just a little.
Sometimes you get those comics that all they do is riff.
You think
and
it's a
you're
show, and you're like, okay.
like, you're like, we're not doing an open mic here. Let's just fucking. Yeah, me and Casey Lai had quite the riff that I still think about and laugh. It was violently inappropriate.
I remember this. Wait, can we even say that here?
No, we can't.
No.
It wasn't funny. It was,
Tell me off air.
We will.
I missed it for sure.
no, it was so horrific. I don't even know why I should have.
It was hilarious. I mean, people
It
were
wasn't-
on.
It was not about your
Oh,
husband.
no, God,
It may
no.
have been about another member. It was a joke.
it's
It was a
okay.
family member that we joked about pushing down the river, and it was not funny. But
Well,
it's,
I actually don't even know what she's
love
talking
it.
about.
I'm here for it.
There's got to be one at every wedding.
Yeah.
That's, oh man. I think I would have a separate wedding and not tell my family.
Really,
And then be like, this is the real wedding. I don't have any friends. It's just you guys.
I want to have a wedding.
Where do you want to have it?
I don't know, but I
Lake
want to have a
Arrowhead,
party.
right at your-
yeah, your
Do
venue.
it, 100%. I've actually gotten hit up by a bunch of people like, hey, would you recommend blah, blah, blah.
Because it was like
Really?
it was
100%.
it was such a good like. I like that the dinner tables were separate, so you can go sit and chill. You know, there's other
And then there's,
wedding
like, a separate dance
dancing
floor.
area. I like the area.
yeah, where you're not in the thick of it, because that's sometimes awkward.
No, and then you have the wedding in one area, and then area. There's no like one area, and there's shuffling tables around, and you know what I mean, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I always thought I'd like to do it in Joshua Tree, but it'd be like finding the right time of year, because that could really bite you in the ass.
Oh, that'd be fucking. But that would be a cool
think it's so
sunset.
pretty there.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
That'd be wild. Like everyone gets like a huge area. Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then at the end, everyone just does shrooms.
Yeah.
All right,
best.
we're
They
bonding.
go into Joshua Tree and fucking walk.
Wander?
through. Yeah.
I think it'd be the best.
I feel like the key is to just find a place that does everything for you. That's what we did.
Yes.
And also, I went to a wedding in Mexico in May that was similar, where it's like they just take care of everything, and it's like it's not your choice. You don't have to like defend anything to anyone. If they don't like something, it's like, sorry, this is the venue did it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. Where it's just like it's all included, whatever.
And it's just it takes so much pressure off. Obviously, we had little touches and things that
Of
we did
course.
for ours, but like it's so much easier that way. And then I don't know. It made it really hassle free. I feel like the only thing was I do feel like our photographer hated us.
Really?
What?
For sure.
Smile.
I definitely like got in a fight with him in the first meeting, and then he kept he kept being like, all right, let's take some pictures, and I was like, I'm in my pajamas, like I don't really want to like do photos right now, and he's like insisting whatever. I'm like, fine. And then he's like, could I see the bouquet? I'm like, could I? Like, I haven't seen it yet. Like, I'm the bride.
Yeah.
He kept like insisting on doing stuff, and I kept just saying no. And I think he started to get really frustrated. And at one point I was like, hey, I haven't seen these people in 2 years because of COVID. So I'm actually just going to go hang out with them and stop taking photos. And he was like, really like okay, I don't know what to
Offended?
do.
The fuck?
Like, go take photos of people mingling. Like, we got all of the singles. We got all of the like.
Yeah, you're like, how many am I
well,
gonna
yes.
share?
I got a picture with my mom and a picture with my husband, and like that's pretty much all I need. you know?
Yeah, you're like, I don't need 800 different angles. I don't need to be popping out from a tree.
Yeah.
You're like,
But the
now
tree
you
pop-ups.
hide in the river.
And like the photos were great. Like he did a great job, but I just think he was like, ugh, this like fucking bitch bride. Like,
he's like, my art.
And you're
yeah,
like,
he
I
wanted
just
to do stuff.
Well, especially if it's like,
Fuck.
was he from LA?
I don't know where he's from. He was great. I would recommend him, especially if you're like into that. But me and my husband are like, we do not care about pictures. We're like,
Yeah, I wonder if it was like a unique venue for him or something.
I think
and
it
he's like,
was,
oh, this will be
like,
good for my
yeah.
portfolio.
He also
Totally.
probably is not used to how chill of a bride you were.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he's probably used to,
So
like,
he's like, this is gonna come back to me, and you're gonna be like, why aren't there enough pictures?
Yeah,
Like,
and you're like,
yes.
no, I seriously just don't want them.
because of bridezillas.
yeah,
I
yeah.
Can't even imagine.
I totally understand. I mean, we all have our moments.
I mean, yeah.
My sister's
big day.
photographer fucking hated me. Holy shit, he hated me. He was fucking pissed because I asked him to put his mask on, and he got so mad. He's like, well, it's so hot. I go, I'm about to be on Netflix. I cannot get COVID from you. You do this all the time. Put your fucking mask on. Sorry. Like,
Also,
I took
yeah.
him in the hallway to be nice and not do it in front of everybody else. I was like, hey, sorry, we all tested this morning. Do you mind putting your mask on? He's like, oh. And I was like, and then my sister was a bit of a bride, did a picture of her like blowing sparkles. And then he was so hot because of the mask. All of them stuck to his head. So he was just this old bald man with all these purple sparkles stuck to his head. And then my sister was like, oh God. Like,
And he's just miserable, covered in
the
glitter.
photo did look good, but I was like, yeah, no, they also like filmed it, and there's like cameras everywhere, and he had like a camera he's walking on the dance floor. Like, it was too much.
It's not your
Videographer.
day.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not your
yeah.
day.
I also am just like, do people go back and watch their wedding? Are they like, remember? It's like, just remember.
I don't know. We didn't do video. I have looked at the pictures a couple of times, but only to like send them to people, or if somebody, I'm not like, let's reminisce. I guess it hasn't been that long.
That's true. It's
Yeah,
like,
maybe years from now you'll like.
yeah, you guys are all still young and hot. When you're 80, you'll be like, look at us. We were something, weren't we? Yeah, I feel like the video, I'm like, that's just a recipe for disaster. No one watches that till you're post-divorce just crying in your underwear, and you're like, where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, no, that's a divorce thing for sure to be watching.
Yeah.
So we're watching enough clips, unless you want to, and you can use that for your reels. Just wedding clips.
Put it on reels. Your vows.
Edit, yeah, edit. Your vows were great too.
Thank
They
you.
were cute
Scott's
and
was like,
funny and sweet.
I didn't expect him to go first. I was really shocked by that.
Sobbing. I was sobbing.
Oh, yeah, I was like,
It
oh,
was a sob fest. Yeah.
Trying
No, it was
so hard to hold it in, just staring in Lindsay Adams' eyes. Just looking the only person like right in my eye.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna try not to cry.
oh, hi, Susan. Yes. Thank you.
Susan's starving. This is
She's
past her
started
bedtime.
eating me.
Yeah, she's just sucking on you, eating the fake grass.
Anyway, where were we?
Enough
Well,
about the
thanks,
wedding.
you guys. You guys were excellent guests too. I feel like that's such a important role, and like
I don't think so.
Not everyone does it well. No, but if you're bad, it's really bad. You know?
Yeah,
People
yeah,
notice
yeah,
the
yeah.
really terrible
Yeah.
guests.
Oh yeah, was there any? I don't know. I didn't notice any terrible guests of yours. Was there?
Oh,
some?
there's a few.
There's a few that
Probably
were
the
just,
family member you wanted to push down the river.
No. Oh, there was one drunk guy. There was
a couple
one really drunk guy.
There's always one or two who get a little too fucked up.
Yeah. Got a little too loud when the songs came on. Got a little too about himself. Yeah. Okay, I remember that
There were
guy.
a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
No one-
because
yeah,
no
no one-
comics.
And also, no one like offended me or like
Yeah.
said anything
And
horrible.
you're just
or
like,
whatever.
that person is Yeah,
It does make it a bit fun to have that one person at the wedding that everybody hates, though.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like that one comic on the show, The Bombs. You like to be like, that guy's like,
And we can all unite and be like, at least we're not as drunk as that guy.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That,
Didn't somebody get asked to leave? Go, or maybe I'm mixing up.
I don't know. I wouldn't have been involved.
Yeah, why would you?
But
You're
I
like,
do,
why would
maybe one of my cousins had to go home early, I think.
that's
maybe.
so.
Okay.
I feel like there was a like someone's wife being like, "It's time
Time
to
to
go."
go.
Honey. That
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Of, like, we're getting out of here.
We
Yeah.
found out one of my cousins at my sister's wedding took a weed pen from the mariachi band. And we're like, okay, well, this is getting crazy. Or he was giving it to him to smoke it. And we're like, you got to stop now. Like, I don't know where the weed pen came from, but it's too much.
That's.
Yeah, things got wild. Things got out of control.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
always
you
drama. There's
burst into
family drama.
sores.
I was soaring up, and it was a lot. Also, I've tried making this a joke, and it's not working on stage. But it's the first time, because it was an all-inclusive, it's the first time I saw my family, like, wet in the scene. It was gross. Like, you only see your family at like, holiday events, like Christmas, in sweaters.
And the whole family's like in bathing suits.
yeah, in bathing suits, and you're always on the
Like, I
beach,
didn't
and you're
need to
always
know what
in the
Aunt
water.
Deborah's shoulders
Yeah,
look
like, literally, I'm like, this is
Setting
gross.
me.
Like, my family's, we all have bad
a bunch
bodies.
of Bulgarians in the Gulf of Mexico. It feels good.
And we all would go out and like just kind of hover, and there's only one area because it was a bad time for seaweed, and there's only this one patch with no seaweed, so we'd all be real close, just kind of like rubbing up against your aunt in the sea. It was like bizarre.
Standing surrounded by seaweed.
Yes,
And there's that
literally.
one uncle who comes out of the seaweed.
Yeah, and he puts on head, and he makes it. I'm wearing my wig, and there's like bugs crawling out of the seaweed. You're like, oh god.
My family vacations together all the time. Like my extended family, like a lot of the people
Oh,
that were
really?
Yeah, and it is such a nightmare. It's so embarrassing. Like they'll just like walk into restaurants and be like party of 20, and the people are like, we can't.
Oh
They're
my
like,
god.
you can. And it's like, what are you doing?
Like, didn't make a reservation.
60-year-old aunts doing splits on the beach and stuff where it's just like, I don't know how I got here or why I came. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, why are you going?
I don't know.
Because you have to. It's
Vacation?
family.
Every year? How often does this happen?
Usually we do every Easter.
Oh my god.
We do
Yeah.
every like 5 to 10 years. My aunts, who are the glue of the family, will organize like, but it's always like a family cruise. And there's always like an uncle who gets too drunk, or my mom who's sober. And she'll just be like shit faced. And literally, I don't know if I've told this story. She was so shit faced on one of the last cruises we did, which was years ago. But like, I was doing like karaoke or something. Like, I'll like partake in it, and apparently it was like some little competition, and then they like announce a winner and some person won, and my mom's like, that's bullshit, she sucked. Like, and then getting like fighting people at trivia. Oh, that technically the answers, like, my family's super competitive about the dumbest games, which like I'm not any better than them, but I'm like, we don't need to be trapped. We have to see these people again for the next 5 days on a boat. Like,
Yeah.
you can't like fight someone and then be next to them in the like shitty steakhouse. Oh wait, my mom. So she was
Yes.
definitely drinking. And she's like, I'm sober. I found her in the casino. Every cruise ship has a casino. That's the only reason my family goes on them. Shit house on a slot machine. And I was like, what are you doing? And she had a drink next to her. And I'm like, what is that? And I went to grab it. And she like tried to fight me for it. She's like, it's my drink. And I like snatched it out of her hands. I took a sip and I was like, is this a Long Island iced tea? My mom, a grown woman in her 60s, goes, well, I asked for a regular iced tea and that's what they gave.
Yeah.
I'm so sure.
Get
Yeah.
fucked,
Yeah.
Kathy. Are you kidding? Yes. She says a Budweiser in her hair. She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know where that came from.
Oh my god. I asked for a regular can in my hair, not
Yeah.
the Budweiser.
Family's
so-
a recipe for disaster.
Scott's family, we've gone on cruises too as a
My
family.
god,
Yeah,
you guys are real family people.
we really are.
Jesus
lifestyle.
Christ.
Despite our greatest efforts, we really are. We hang out in the casino. We're the ones. We're your mom.
Yeah.
We're like the ones of his family that are like degenerates.
That's what, I'm never in there because I don't want to run into my mom. Is the truth.
I was playing craps and I was like, I've never played before. And they're like, oh, yeah, beginner's luck.
Teaching everything.
They love to hand you the dice right away.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, great. And I'm like, shit faced. And I just like threw them across the casino. And they're like, you can't play anymore. Like you're like too wasted to be.
Oh.
Like, it's carnival.
Like,
We're having
yeah.
fun.
Couldn't make it onto this table. Like the dice literally like across the casino.
Oh my God. That
Oops.
Jesus.
fun though. Okay, we're taking a real quick break.
And we'll be right back.
Oh my God, we're back. Can you believe it? I was just in Vegas with my parents.
Oh,
But it was just the parents, not the full family thing. And that was
okay. How's that?
well, my mom's friend got fucking hammered and we had to bring her back to the Airbnb. Oh, she was like, oh yeah, stumbling, couldn't open the door, fell down 2 stairs. And I was like, we got to get out of here. Like when someone's visibly drunk in Vegas, you're like, ooh, it's
Yeah,
time
when you
to go.
stick out in Vegas, that's
yeah,
bad
yeah.
because everybody's kind of drunk. So when you're the drunk person, it's like,
Something's up.
this is not going to end well if we don't get home
No.
now.
And they're like, for some reason, old people love Fremont Street.
Yeah.
Nothing's going on. There's
They
like a
think
weird,
they're in the old west.
Is
They're
what
like,
is that? There was a country band playing.
It's cheaper. You're more likely to hit on the slots, according to my twin aunts who are
I like
regulars in
to
Vegas.
To stay down there.
It's cheap.
Yes,
But I don't know if I don't necessarily. I'm not gonna like do the zip line or whatever.
no, they try to get me to do it.
Really?
The drunk lady wanted to do. She's like, get out there. I'm like, yeah, and you fucking
You just
projectile on
vomit
everybody? Yeah,
on
no,
people.
no.
Can you? That's got to have happened before.
Oh,
100%.
big time. Oh God!
hell
Oh, the
no.
whole way down Fremont.
I've seen people just get stuck, and I'm like, I couldn't.
No,
myself. I
no,
was
no,
just
no, no.
Mid zip line and it stops, and I'm just dangling over a bunch of fucking meth heads.
I just saw a TikTok of a snowstorm and these people were stuck on the fucking lift and it was like looked like there was like lifts in front of them going flying. Like nobody was on them, but I was like, nightmare. And then another one where they were stuck for like I think 7 hours. And
On
they
the
were
lift?
on the left. They're like losing their minds. They had and eventually like get them to jump down into like
A net?
yes.
How do you get?
No.
You take off your skis, whatever, and then because
I
it
would
was like
shit
I
my
would
pants.
also fucking freezing. 7 hours just shivering, sitting there. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, I hope they have. I mean, what are they? Here's a season pass. Our bad.
Yeah,
Sorry about the
literally.
weather.
Yeah, sorry about the weather. That's terrifying.
Dude, how does it get that? Does it get bad like that really quickly? Like, don't they like shut down for the day?
Yeah, it's icy up there.
You fucking nickel and diming ski resorts being like, we'll just go until we can't go anymore. Like, just close down.
I've never nailed it off the lift onto my snowboard. Like I always eat shit. I can't imagine. I would miss the net. Like I am so fucking uncoordinated.
Yikes. You just go right
Oh my
past
God.
it.
It's so big, somehow you miss the entire
Yeah.
thing. Like, how do we miss
It's a
that?
300-foot wide net. How do you
Wait.
jump just to the outside of it?
Are you saying that every time you get off, you fall and they have to stop the lift until you get up?
I get out of the way.
Okay.
I'm not like that bad, but I do always biff it. Even
Oh
if I'm
my
like, oh, I
God.
nailed it. A second later, I fall down. It's like,
That's why
so
I
funny.
didn't get into snowboarding. That was my experience the first time I went. And I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
No, it's annoying.
I'm ashamed.
How do you get past that? Because I was saying with snowboarding too. I can't.
Yeah, I never did. I
It
just
hurts
was
to
like,
fall. You're going too fast. It's scary. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doing this stuff anymore? It's spooky.
Why am I supposed to be like? Why am I trying to be cool so that some guy with a goggle tan will finger me?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I gave up.
hell?
I was like, whatever. I'll just read.
I literally longboarded like I think 3 years ago, and I pulled a calf muscle immediately, and I was like, and I had to walk back down holding it because I was limping, so it hurt so bad. I'm like, what was I doing? What's the purpose of that? I
Longboarding 3 years
longboarded
ago?
down. I have a longboard, and I refuse to get rid of it. I just sell it.
You
I
seem
don't
like
need
you
it.
have a longboard.
I use a longboard
do. You
all.
have the vibe.
I definitely do. I use longboard all over Toronto. That was my like that.
You were the girl on the longboard.
Oh, I had longboard on the main streets. That was good. I could hop the fucking streetcar tracks. I was killing it out there. Now,
pulled a toe.
it was bad. It was like one tiny. And I was like, ah. And I was like, my friend was biking with me, and I was like, I gotta turn around. I pulled something.
That's
Bad.
I mean, we're getting old, man.
I'm getting old. I can't. There's so many. Like my back now. Anytime I'm on an airplane, I'm like, I have to stretch before I get on now. People look at me like I'm crazy.
The other
Those airplane seats, are they getting worse?
They're getting smaller. I swear
What
to
is
God, they're
going
getting smaller.
on?
I was on one the other day that like didn't have the lean back thing, but only my row. Only my row didn't
because
have
are
it.
you right behind the
was like, either-
emergency exit?
Yeah.
Yes, fuck that. I got stuck there. That's a nightmare.
That should be labeled.
No, it should.
should be like, and those tickets should be significantly cheaper.
They should be
because
$1.
Like I was like, fuck you. I was I felt like it's so dramatic, but and in my head I was like, you're being dramatic, but I was like, I feel like I'm in a prison. This is like a medieval torture device, and I'm a very small person, so I can't imagine how any regular person feels because
Yeah.
I'm like a baby being like, So when I was dating Danny Jollis, he got
Name dropping.
there was no reason for me to tell you this other than it fits the context of course, this was his response. He was in a film festival, some movie he was in, and we got flown first class to Savannah, Georgia.
Oh.
And I sit down in the first class and like it's a nighttime flight and I was like trying to get comfortable and people are getting on and I'm like, this seat's too big. I can't get comfortable. And he's like, don't say that.
This
He got
seat's
so
too
upset.
big.
Don't say that. Other people are going to get mad. And I was like, there's just too much space for me to like rest my head against anything.
Oh my
We
God.
flew first class on our honeymoon, and people were just walking by going, must be nice. And I was like, I paid for this.
Yeah, what the
also,
fuck?
like,
Fuck
it's my
that.
honeymoon. I mean, I'm not going to justify it. I will die penniless. I'm not the kind of person who will spend
Spend the
money,
money.
Yeah.
frivolously and like whatever. But it is like,
Yeah, it is nice.
it is so insane that like they could do that for everyone.
Yeah.
Like the plane could just be that, but they just choose to like cram you in like sardines in the back. and
Yeah, what the fuck?
not be nice to you at all. It's like a completely different flight attendant
Experience.
Yeah, it
experience. too.
really is.
They're just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I know you're sleeping, but your food's here. And like, I just wanted to see if you want to wake up. And
Yeah.
Yeah, your
versus
4-course
like,
meal.
excuse me, I have your Sprite. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
completely different.
Also
Yeah.
screaming. The flight today, trash. I'm like, we heard you at the beginning of the plane. You don't have to say trash every 5 fucking seconds.
I'll say that I would take over. The last flight I was on, a woman just jingled the bag.
Oh.
The whole and I was like, just say trash every 20 seats. We see you with the bag. You can stop shimmy.
Also, why is there so much trash? Are people bringing like old cans of yogurt on? Like, why is everybody so? They're filled to the brim.
I mean,
What about
I
the
have
garbage?
literally cleaned out my purse on. I'm like, well, the trash bag is back around.
So you're the fucking problem. Like, why the hell?
Well, I mean, what are they gonna throw away a half full bag of trash? I'm helping.
God damn
I'm gonna
it!
fill up the bag anyway.
I swear to God, today was I was like trying to like think of I don't know how to make this funny, but they talk the whole flight now. They come on the thing and today they're like,
Yeah.
does anybody want to help out with it's Trafficking Awareness Month? We here at Delta are trying to not traffic young women. And it's 10 minutes.
We
It was
get
a whole
it, but
thing.
also like it's not. I can't. This is not my responsibility. It's your responsibility. You're the transportation people.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't know who's getting on the fucking flight. And then, guy comes
So
beside
you
me.
want me to be vigilant and keep an eye out in case you see any? Yeah, what am I gonna do?
What? And how do I know? Literally, there's a seat open on one of my flights in between, and the guy comes up and goes, "Was there a Deborah something sitting in between you?" I mean, I look at the girl beside me and go, "I don't. There's no one sitting here. And if there was, how the fuck would I know their name?
Yeah, why do you think
Full
I sat
name.
down and
Yeah.
introduced myself?
Yeah, hello.
No.
My headphones aren't even on, but I don't even want to talk to anybody.
keep them in.
I'm like, we can't even.
Sound
Yeah.
noise canceling.
No, I have my AirPods in. I don't even
That's-
want to talk to anybody. I'm like, we're not.
The noise canceling ones. Yeah.
No, I
You
gotta get these.
the pros. Okay, this
Oh.
is. The
oh yeah, no,
biggest
yeah,
travel
they cancel
tip.
out noise.
You have to get the pros. It changes your entire experience traveling. It
Oh my God.
dulls it to where you can hear the like ding, like that thing,
But you
very
can't-
faintly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so much less anxiety. I feel so much more relaxed.
I'm
just
buying
because
these tonight.
It's not
Amazon?
constant. Do you know?
I mean, I have those, and my problem is I like will have them in and kind of forget they're in or that they're noise canceling, and I'll just think I'm losing my mind. Like I'm like, why are they so quiet? And then I'm probably going, yeah, no, it was a fun time in San Francisco. Why are you screaming? Oh no,
Oh,
they're
God.
Speaking of sticking things in things, we got a crazy slob story, and I'm just gonna get to it. So
Get to it.
so we don't run out of time. Because I think we touched on this being a situation, not this person's, but well, we'll just get into it. So this happened about 20 months ago. This is from an anonymous person. I was in a new but serious relationship at the time. We're having a lot of sex, oral and vaginal. Hey, girl. Don't know if this matters. Just want to point out there was no anal. All right. Well, it's not
for letting us
Roscoe.
know.
Yeah.
Nothing
Okay.
was in the butt. So during this time, I developed a smell down there, and it wasn't too bad, but I noticed a change. I tried some remedies I read about online. I had sex with my boyfriend one night thinking it was gone, but the smell took over the entire room. Smelled like rotting, fish emoji, barfing emoji.
Oh.
It was honestly so disgusting and so embarrassing, I wanted to die. He went to the washroom right after sex. I cringed in bed and opened the window. I talked to my boyfriend about the smell, and it was embarrassing, but I had to say something. So it was at this time I talked to friends about it, and they diagnosed me. Friends diagnosed me
Go to the doctor.
Yeah,
with
bad.
BV, bacterial vaginosis. It all seemed to be pointing at this diagnosis, so I went to the doctor. She put me on some crazy strong drugs to kick the infection. I told my boyfriend about the meds, kept him updated, but we refrained from sex. When I finished the week of meds and things seemed better, then the smell came back. I went on another round of meds, but the
This
smell
person
came back.
has a tampon stuck in their vagina.
Yes! I went into the doctor for a physical exam and she found a tampon and removed it.
100%.
A million horrible face emojis. Anyway, after this, I was totally fine, except my boyfriend hasn't gone down on me since. I don't know what to do. I feel traumatized from the event and part of me doesn't want him to, but then I feel like kind of mad that he won't. Help me, advice.
Okay. First of all, how are we if you got to do a diva
Opening a
cup.
window is also not a solution, by the way. Go take
That's
a bath.
real newspaper over the piss stain move.
Sorry, ladies.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta explore. Go take a bath and see if there's anything up there. Broken condom, tampon.
Get a hand mirror.
There's always. It's happened to the best and the worst of us. I've been fingered by hot wings hands. I talk about it on stage all the time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
I got some pepper spray down there.
Oh.
Yeah, ew. It's
Like a residual
brutal.
from
yeah.
it. But
It's brutal.
yeah. But it's like, I feel like at this point, at a certain age, you've at least heard a story about another woman forgetting a tampon.
But how do you not
Just like
even
for weeks.
feel it a little bit? I can feel it. I can feel stuff in
But
there
also
very
with
easily.
sex, that just like shocks me.
It shoves it up there more.
Toxic
Okay.
shocks
So
you,
yeah,
right?
really. So it's not-
Hello.
I mean, I think what she needs to do is be like, look, the tampon's out. Go back down on me. If you're still going out with this man, you have to.
Yeah,
he's-
because you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
need-
get
you
resentful.
need-
You
yeah.
need someone to go down on you. So I think it's just like, and hey, maybe does it end with you being like, it's got to be someone else? Maybe you're both traumatized and you can't. Maybe he'll look up from down there and you'll go, oh God, I'm triggered. But like, you got to say something.
You gotta say something.
I mean,
This
you've been
is
through the
my-
worst of it.
Yeah, what's your
This
advice?
is my take. You're gonna have the conversation. You're gonna say, "Look, I want you to go down on me tonight. Let's get obliterated drunk
Okay.
for this first one, and just see like
See how we
if we
feel."
can handle it,
Okay.
and then we can move towards doing it sober. And if you're not a drinker, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to live in that emotion.
She gets so drunk,
Yeah.
she pisses on him. She's like, damn it. Yeah, that's. Oh, it's like, it's so funny how the conversation can feel like it's worse than the actual situation of like that anxiety of like, oh God, bringing it back up. Let's forget it. It's like,
Yeah.
he was in the room and he's still with you. So that's something. And also, there's also a world where maybe he is like, I'm just giving this man I don't know a lot of credit, but maybe he's like, I'd like to go down on her, but I feel like maybe she's weird about it.
Also, I think there's a thing we do, and I just recently did this, where you really hype something up in your head. You give yourself anxiety for no reason over it before telling this person something.
And then it's not that big of a deal.
Like I let my agents go the other day at the airport. I had a couple sips. I had such crazy anxiety over it all week. I wasn't sleeping properly. I had a dream that I told them the day before, and we were all crying and hugging. And then I like told them, and I was like, all right, well, I was like, oh, I really guess I thought you guys liked me more, but they were upset, but they weren't like,
Yeah.
like that's it. There's nothing
Like,
you can
that's
do.
business, it happens.
It's also that's business. It happens. There's business down there. It should be happening. She needs to get a pussy eaten.
Susan, do you have a tampon in your mouth?
Is that what it is? Maybe she
old
does.
tampon? Oh my God, what if she has one of your old tampons
No,
lodged
there's
in her
no
tummy?
way. There's no way. That's so gross. Now you're actually making me think that.
No, it's fine.
It would have come out of her ass by
Oh
now.
yeah, for sure.
She swallowed a condom before. It's come out.
Really did it come out?
Every dog has.
Every dog has. They love
love
it.
them.
They
I
love
don't know
balloons. She
why.
love. Is that? There's something about that chewy material. They love it.
I used to always have to like take it and put it on my dresser, and guys would think I was such a psycho.
Yes.
Saving the condom.
They're
Yes.
like, what are you doing with it? I'm like, I'm not doing anything with it. What I don't
Literally.
want is to clean it out of my dog's shit in the morning.
Literally.
So
Yeah. So stop.
I'm saving it for
Yeah,
later.
because
literally
then
am
I'm gonna
saving
get
for
an
later, yeah.
infection when I try to put it inside of me.
Lie down. I literally told Zach that I was like, the first time we hooked up, I'm like, where's the condom? He's like, okay, weirdo. I'm like, where the fuck is it? Tell me now, because she can't fucking. She's
She'll
done it
eat
before.
it.
They can't resist.
They can't resist.
Little cum slut.
She is a little cum slut. She's a little cummy cum. Little cum dog.
Man, condoms.
So gross.
I remember them.
I know. You're not using them anymore, are you?
No? Are you guys gonna have? You guys want to have kids?
I don't think so.
I was like, that's a weird thing to just
It'll
like.
change maybe.
Yeah.
But right now, no.
Do people ask you that all the time because you got married?
Not that many people, but actually, the first day of my new boss worked, he did ask me that, and I was like, "That's
seems a
illegal."
bit
I
much.
think.
Yeah, it's none of your fucking
Pretty sure
business.
that's illegal to
Yeah.
ask an employee if you plan to get pregnant, but
Yeah. That.
Like, why do you plan to
I
let
don't.
me
Yeah,
go?
that seems
Guess it's not a
bizarre.
big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, yeah.
Does anyone plan to get pregnant? And that's just something to think about.
And that's the end of this episode. Think about that, Lisa. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Where
so
can the
much
people
for
find you?
You can find me online at What's Your Sign podcast or every Sunday 8 o'clock at Chatterbox Comedy Night.
Go to if you're in the LA area and you have not gone to Chatterbox, I actually have the first time I headlined Chatterbox. The poster's still up in my office right now. Chatterbox is very near and dear to my heart. It was one of the first rooms I ever headlined out here. It was one of the first places that actually gave me a fucking chance because some people didn't give a fuck about me when I moved to LA.
Oh, yeah,
and Chatterbox was one of the first to ever let me do spots every time I asked. And like I always felt you guys are always so nice and kind.
I know, I
and,
love
like,
it out there.
It's
to have
insane.
you
And it's
both
also
back,
the
yeah.
best fucking room.
Oh,
so
the
much
crowd's
fun,
always
yeah.
good. It's so fun.
It's
yeah.
so good. The crowds are
man.
always packed. It's always fucking. It's the bartenders are great.
It's
It's
fun.
a fun vibe. It's a fun night. It's also one of those shows you want to. I want to stay the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't just go for a bit. You
Hang
stay the
out
whole
and
show. You
drink,
hang out and
yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
And just fucking. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Maybe I should hit you guys up. My sister's in town. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Ask to do it the weekend. My sister's here.
We'll,
Bring my sister. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
I'll
Yeah.
hit
Okay.
you guys up
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
do it.
For sure, yeah.
Well, my sister hasn't come. I'm like, that'd be fun. It's a fun vibe to hang out at.
Oh my God. Yay. Well,
Forcing you. Book me on
No.
your show. My sister's
No,
here.
I love your sister too. No, it'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
my
Great.
sister's great. Yeah. Yeah, it's just
Well,
great
that's
show.
that.
Go follow her. Listen to that podcast. It's so funny. Lisa, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
Thank
joining
you
us.
for having me.
Follow the podcast at SlobsPod. Subscribe to the YouTube. We got the whole video now. We
We
got
have
a cool
Patreon.
set.
Do stuff. Look at it.
Patreon.com/slobs.
Katie French, if you want your set done, she made this amazing set. You can get.
Yeah.
She does stuff.
Laugh, cry, DIY.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Okay,
bye.
Follow the podcast at SlobsPod.
Follow me at Steph Tolev.
Follow me everywhere on the internet at JMS Comedy.